Hello, hello. This episode is for days 323 to 327 of my 365-day raw suspending disbelief journey. This is for March 11th to 15th. And basically, this was a week of really learning to extend my level of managing expectations. Obviously, there's been this trend over the last few months of learning to let go of my expectations, of accepting some limitations and of understanding on a deeper level what things I need to let go of so that I can just be in this peaceful, it's okay that I can't do everything that I want to do, right? And that's definitely a stretchy thing for me because I love the things that I do and I'm so passionate about the things that I do. And so it's really tough to choose which ones to let go of. But this week was very different in the sense of there's even more to let go of. There's I thought there was nothing left and there's more kind of thing. And it made perfect sense. I mean, it was a full moon with an eclipse at the end of the week, which is a very transformative, very wild ride of a time, as well as the beginning of Mercury retrograde, and there's already a Venus retrograde, and the Venus retrograde actually, for anyone who doesn't know, that's very tied in with relationships and past stuff coming up to be cleared, and especially with the eclipse as well, just all of the things sort of at once really tied in to be bringing up some past stuff and the need to clear it and the need to release it and sort of cut it out and not allow it to be a continued issue in my life. So, I also discovered this week that, Casey would be going back to school on Monday, which was great. But then I also had the issue come up that, okay, well now Jace is going to be on only afternoons soon. And Casey normally goes to school just only in the mornings. And so I had to contact the school again and try and get some things worked out so that I could have her moved to the afternoon class, which at first was a little bit of a struggle, but we did manage to get there. And so she will be going back to school starting Monday, the 17th, and Jace will still be going full days for the most part until spring break at the end of the month, and then he will switch to all afternoons. So the scheduling is resolving itself slowly but surely. And I definitely felt a big sense of relief with Casey going back to school. Although at the same time, there was a little bit of stress with just, I'm moving her to a different class. She has already been pulled out of school for almost 2 months. And now when I put her back, it's not going to be with the same kids that she knew before, the same friends, the same, time, schedule for her days and all of that. So there's going to be some shifting, although she is fairly flexible. And, when I told her, oh my gosh, she was so excited. She did this little stomp with her feet. She was doing a little dance. She was so excited. And even when I told her it was going to be a different class and different friends and she could make some new friends and all of this stuff, she was really excited. She wasn't worried about that at all. So definitely looking forward to that. And, yeah, I'm definitely finding my suspending disbelief limits stretching over this last little while. This ability to suspend disbelief that all of this waiting and all of this pausing and all of this releasing and cutting things out of my schedule, this is all for the best, and trusting that is stretching my limits for sure. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of the inability to work. And so specifically in the area of finances and business and working, my limits are being stretched as far as my suspending disbelief goes. So that has definitely been um, it's definitely a growth area for me, and needing to believe that all of this is going to result in the results that I was looking for going into the suspending disbelief challenge, the financial freedom and the time freedom. And definitely I feel like this is a radical adjustment to create that time freedom. I feel like this is really getting me to take the deepest look I've ever taken at what I'm spending my time on. And I do believe that when I get really intentional with that, it will be beneficial as far as finances go. I just don't see the bigger picture yet and how this is going to work and all of that. So, this week was a really active week. There was still a lot going on. Jace was home from school a lot, still just not feeling his best. And, Casey's still home, and just, everything getting put into place, as needed for our mental health as a family, and individuals getting set up with therapy options and all of the things. There was still a lot going on with all of that. So it was still a heavier load, and definitely, I still was not able to put much into work. There was just no extra time. It was like I had this never ending list, and every day was like new things were popping up. So this is the really interesting thing. It's like I opened a can of worms by starting to deal with some of the issues that had been less pressing and have more recently become more pressing. So these little mental health flags that had popped up over the last several years, even, that never seemed like big things, and so I never made a big deal about them or acted on them. And then now it's like they're all coming to the forefront, or this applies in so many different situations. That's just the first one that came to mind. So everything that I've been dealing with, it's like I take the action and do the things that need to be done to deal with it, and 5 more things pop up. So it's been very busy, very intense. And the end of the week was like right on the full moon eclipse, everything. Like, it was definitely the culmination of that. It was, everything sort of came to the head, and my energy was coming up more, and I was like having the energy to do more, and there was more that just came up. So I had to use that energy on the things that came up, and it felt like, like I said, can of worms. It was like Pandora's box open, and I just had to start putting out fire after fire after fire after fire after fire. And nothing was super horrible, but it was just, there was a lot of really intense and really high priority things that came to the forefront that needed to be dealt with. So it was a busy week, and definitely stretching my suspending disbelief muscles. So that's what I have for you guys today, and I will talk to you all again tomorrow.